So in this video tutorial, we are going to discuss about the outlines of the gene cloning as well as rDNA technology. So before entering into the concept, we should have an idea about what is meant by gene cloning and rDNA technology. So when coming to the clone is a word which is used mostly in a genetics to explain about the copies. So whenever one particular gene or the DNA is making its copies, that process is called as a cloning. When coming to the recombinant are the types which are not resembling their parents, or they are not like exact copies of their parents. They are having a proper or a new varieties which are considered as a hybrid varieties. We call it as a recombinants. So here let's have an outline how this rDNA technology is used and what is the main principle which they are following in the field of genetic engineering or the gene cloning methods or the rDNA technology. So first, if we are having the human genome, so that whole human genome is containing the different sequences of DNA. So each sequence is responsible for particular character. So we don't want all the sequences, we require only the desired sequence. So that desired sequence need to be collected from the genetic material, that need to be multiplied by using this rDNA technology, and at the end of that experiment or at the end of cloning we'll be getting a proper amount of clones. So each and every fragment which is present in that DNA is responsible. So we are collecting only the desired one, and that is multiplied by using this gene cloning methods. So one fragment is making the into multiple copies, and that whole process is considered as a gene cloning. So let's have an outlook on this. First, suppose we are having the human genome. For example, I'm just drawing here. This is a human genome. So out of this whole genome, it is having a particular fragments. So out of all these, we are just considering this as a desired fragments of a DNA for us. So that particular desired fragment need to be separated from the DNA. So this is a desired sequence, this is a desired fragment or the sequence which we want. So this whole genetic material is considered as a donor DNA. So for the separation of this particular sequence which is present on donor DNA, we require such type of enzymes which is having the cleavage function. We call it as a restriction enzymes. So for this donor DNA, whenever we are adding the restriction enzymes, for example, these are the restriction enzymes. I'm just writing as a RE enzymes to this. They are just performing the cleavage function. We will get the particular fragment of our desired gene. So once this fragment is there, which is the gene of interest or the desired DNA sequence, and that need to be cloned, and that particular sequence need to be copied. So for that the reason we require some of the vectors which are mainly useful in this recombinant DNA technology. So that vectors we need to introduce here. For example, we'll take the plasmid. So this is a plasmid which is acting as a vector. So for the introduction of this particular desired DNA into the plasmid, here it need to be a gap or the place for its insertion. So for that the reason these plasmids will be having a particular restriction sites. So plasmids are one type of vectors. Along with that we'll be having phasmids, cosmids, bacterio-artificial chromosomes, yeast artificial chromosomes, lambda phase vectors, and M13 vectors. So we have all the type of vectors. We can use any vector of our interest. So that vector need to be added with the restriction enzymes. As it is having the proper restriction sites, that particular enzyme will come and bind here and it performs the cleavage function. So for example, whenever the restriction enzyme binds here, it is just performing the cleavage function. So now we are getting the plasmid in this way. So in this plasmid we will be having a place for this insertion of a particular DNA fragment. So now the next step of our experiment is inserting of the desired fragment into the particular vector, that is plasmid. So in this case we successfully inserted the desired DNA fragment into the plasmid. So this plasmid, we know that it's like an extra chromosomal DNA which is present in the prokaryotes, and it is having the nature of self-replicating. So this particular plasmid, whenever it is inserted with a desired DNA sequence, is considered as a rDNA. It is considered as a rDNA. We are having the another name for this, which is also called as a chimeric DNA. Which is also called as chimeric DNA. So chimeric is a word which is came from the mythology, which explains that according to mythology, chimeric in the sense, if the person is having the lion's head and the sheep or goat's body and the serpent's tail, is considered as a chimeric. So in the same way, it is having the half part or the 3/4 part from this particular vector, that is plasmid, and the remaining part from the donor DNA. So both are inserted and it is forming a new variety, is considered as a recombinant DNA or the chimeric DNA. So this process of producing a new varieties is called as hybridization. Hybridization is a process which is useful for the formation of a new varieties. Okay. So next, this particular chimeric DNA or the rDNA need to be inserted into the particular cells. That is, for the joining of these two, usually we have used the restriction enzymes at the first stage for as it is having the cleavage function. So whenever the cuts are formed, whenever we separated the desired DNA sequence as well as the plasmid or the vector here, that particular fragment need to be inserted into the plasmid or the vector. So for this process we require some enzymes, that is ligases. So ligases are having the specific function which joins any two parts. So with the help of ligases, this particular DNA fragment is inserted into the vector, that is a plasmid. So this plasmid need to be inserted into the host cell. For example, we are just considering the E. coli as a host cell. So this particular E. coli will be having its own genetic material. So that E. coli is having the proper chromosome, and we are just inserting this particular rDNA into the E. coli. So we just inserted the rDNA into E. coli. So once it is inserted, the particular recombinant DNA, it starts replicating. As we all know that the plasmid is having a character, that is self-replication. So it is a self-replicated one. It is having the process, that is self-replication. So for its replication, it requires the host cell or any cell. For example, E. coli is considered as a host cell. So wherever it is just inserted into the host cell, that particular plasmid or the recombinant DNA starts the replication process. So upon the replication process, it just making the copies of the genes which is having the desired characters. For example, in this cell, along with the proper chromosome, we will be having this particular vector also, which is carrying the desired DNA fragment. So that is multiplying. We will be getting number of fragments or number of vectors which is multiplied containing the desired DNA sequence. So this is how the cell looks, containing all the desired DNA fragments. So once these are formed inside of a cell, each fragment is responsible for the formation of particular proteins. So in that way, out of whole genome, we are just taking only the desired sequence or the desired fragments with the help of a restriction enzymes, and we are just introducing into the vectors with the help of a ligase enzyme. So we are getting a recombinant one, and that need to be introduced into the host for its replication or the multiplication. So it is just making the exact copies of this particular plasmid. That process we consider as a cloning process. As the gene is making the copies, we can also call it as a gene cloning. And we are getting all the new varieties or the recombinants at the end of this particular process. And this plasmids, it starts producing the proteins. Now, this is the overall view for the gene cloning or the rDNA technology, which is a basic concept will be used in all the genetic engineering applications. Thank you.